And I just want to say I sincerely apologize for my words, not only if it hurt all the chiefs in that room, but all First Nations. Because we know that if we work together, and I said during the campaign, nothing moves without First Nations consultation, respecting duty to consult, and make sure that we work together. And I get passionate because I want prosperity for their communities. I want prosperity for their children and their grandchildren.
I understand the media is here to, potentially highlight some of the discussion points, but also to continue to breathe life into perhaps what people call racist comments that were expressed yesterday. As First Nations people, we continue to uphold our treaty agreement with the Crown. Our nations today have met with the Premier at his invitation, at our request to meet. And so I can confirm that before the meeting started that the Premier has indeed and did indeed apologize to our First Nations rights holders sitting at that table today. While there are many other rights holders in this province, our chiefs felt today that the apology was sincere. We are looking at today as a new day going forward, and the Premier has made certain commitments that we're not going to speak to today. We do have to respect our nations who weren't in the room today to have those further discussions and to keep the discussions with the Premier within that realm. We are not here to perpetuate a circus, to perpetuate misinformation. We remain steadfast in the rights of our nations. We remain steadfast in supporting those rights and how our First Nations are going to work with the Crown. And I can commit that I can share that the Premier has committed to continue in having that ongoing dialogue with our rights holders in a respectful way.
I get passionate because I want to help people. That's what it is. And I speak from the heart, and sometimes my words don't come out properly, which I think you've all seen over a number of years. And I sincerely apologize if that has offended anyone. I've never been too proud to sit back and apologize for something that I've said or have offended someone.
To be honest, we weren't expecting apology because of how we feel we've been treated. And so we acknowledged, all of our chiefs have acknowledged and accepted in that room today the Premier's apology. We were in that room. Apologizing to a bunch of cameras is not that meaningful, but again, I can't and he can't eloquently describe what that room was today, but we are reserving our comments into the content and detail of that conversation to a later time to allow us to respect our rights holders, our chiefs, to have that dialogue and communication of what transpired today. The Premier has corrected himself in the hat in hand comment and has committed to be working with us as a good treaty partner and has owned what he said.